Hello children, and hello Imogen and Josh of course. This story is actually particularly for Imogen and any other children who like art or drawing, because Imogen loves Katie books, and if you don't know the Katie books about lots of artists, then here's your chance today. I'm going to read to you Katie and the Sunflowers, which is a new book for Imogen for Easter. And it's got wonderful pictures. And the first picture is Katie and Grandma in the garden. And maybe you've been with your grandma in the garden. And hopefully you've been doing some gardening in the spring. Grandma was helping Katie plant some seeds in the garden when it started to rain. "Oh, good," said Grandma. "The rain will make everything grow." "But what shall we do now?" said Katie. "Let's go to the gallery," said Grandma. "You always have fun there." When they arrived, Grandma sat down to rest, so Katie went off by herself to look around. The gallery was full of warm, sunny paintings. Katie liked a painting called Sunflowers by Vincent van Gogh. Here we are. There they are at the gallery. Can you see they're coming in? And there's the sunflowers. And next to the sunflowers, a picture of Vincent van Gogh, the artist. The sunflowers looked dry and crunchy and were full of seeds. "Perhaps I could grow the seeds in the garden," said Katie. She slowly reached out to touch them and found they were real. But Katie knocked the vase. It wobbled and fell right out of the picture, spilling sunflowers and seeds all over the floor. "Oh no," said Katie. "I'd better clear this up before anyone sees." Can you see? All over the floor. Just then Katie heard someone laughing. She looked round, but there was no one else in the room. The laughter was coming from a painting called Breton Girls Dancing, by Paul Gauguin. "What's so funny?" said Katie, climbing inside. There we are, there's the painting. Katie saw that she was on a farm. The girls, who were called Maisie, Musette and Mimi, giggled and pointed to the mess in the gallery. "You'll be in trouble if anyone finds out," said Mimi. "Well, I didn't mean to knock over the vase," said Katie. "I don't suppose you could help me clear it all up." There they all are, look. And there's Katie in the painting. "We're too tired," said Maisie. "We've been dancing all day," said Musette. "What about you?" said Katie to Mimi. "Only if I could bring Zazu," said Mimi, picking up her dog. "I suppose that's all right," said Katie. "Let's go." So they went through the frame and into the gallery. There they are. Wonderful pictures, aren't they? Absolutely wonderful. Mimi and Katie gathered up the sunflowers, but Zazu wanted to play. He snatched the sunflowers and ran off with them. "How can we put the picture back together now?" said Katie crossly. "I'm sorry, mon ami," said Mimi. "Let's try and catch him." They chased Zazu, but he was too quick for them. He suddenly took a flying leap towards a painting called Café Terrace at Night by Vincent van Gogh again and disappeared inside. Katie and Mimi jumped in after him. There we are, there's the picture. Zazu refused to let go of the sunflowers. He darted in and out of the tables and chairs, knocking plates and cups flying. And look at this wonderful picture. There we are, with all the plates and cups going flying. And then Zazu ran between the waiter's legs. "Zut alors," said the waiter, dropping a plate of cakes. He was very angry. He chased Katie, Mimi and Zazu right through the frame and back into the gallery. Look, there's the poor waiter. And there they all are. You see, he's chasing them. What are we going to do? Panted Mimi. I've got an idea, said Katie, pointing to a painting by Paul Cézanne. It was called Apples and Oranges. Come on, I need your help. Katie put her hand into the painting and grabbed one end of a cloth. She told Mimi to hold the other end. Now pull, yelled Katie. The bowls of fruit tipped up and apples and oranges came tumbling into the gallery just as the waiter caught up with them. There's the apples and oranges. Oh, going all over the floor. The waiter slipped on the fruit and spun around until he was dizzy. Zut alors, he cried. I wonder where Zazu went, said Mimi. He must be here somewhere, said Katie, as they dashed away. Hélas, said Mimi, I shall never find him, and he'll be lost in the gallery forever. Nonsense, said Katie. I can hear a dog barking. They followed the noise, and there at the end of the corridor was Zazu. He had brought the sunflowers and was barking at a bright red dog in a painting called Tahitian Pastorals by Paul Gauguin. The other dog barked back, and Zazu jumped inside the picture. Your dog is nothing but trouble, said Katie, as they clambered after him. And there's the picture that they're going to go in, and you see, with another dog in. Zazu and the red dog barked and played. Welcome to our island, said two women. It was very peaceful, full of scented lilies and blossom, with the sea lapping on the beach. Phew, said Katie, it's very hot here. Let's go for a paddle. There they all are. There's the beach down there, and there's the lovely ladies. Oh. While Zazu and the red dog ran about on the sand, Katie and Mimi splashed around in the sea. Zazu was busy digging a hole when all of a sudden he disappeared. Where has he gone? Said Mimi. Katie looked into the hole. It was very large. Right at the bottom she saw Zazu sitting on the top of a big chest. Mimi and Katie slowly opened the lid. It was full of gold coins. Pirate treasure, said Katie, showing the women. What will you do with it? There we are. Can you see the treasure chest? Ooh, wow. Pages are stuck. We don't use money on our island. We have everything we need, they said. You can have it if you want. Katie took a handful of coins and thanked the women. Then she, Mimi and Zazu went through the frame and back into the gallery. Katie quickly picked up the sunflowers before Zazu could grab them again. We'd better put these back, she said. Which way is it? I'm not sure, mon ami, said Mimi. I think we're lost. Then they saw Zazu sniffing at something on the ground. Sunflower seeds, said Katie. Zazu's left a trail of them. What a clever dog. I'm glad he came after all. There they are with the sunflowers. They've got to find the right picture to put them back in, though. Mimi gathered Zazu up in her arms and they followed the trail of sunflower seeds back to the Cézanne painting. They carefully put all the fruit back and then went on to the cafe picture by Van Gogh. The waiter was there with the bill in his hand. It's for the cakes and everything, said Mimi. Katie dug into her pocket and took out the gold coins. Is this enough? She asked. Merci, he said, looking very pleased. You may eat cakes here whenever you want. And he climbed back into his picture. There they are. That was lucky, wasn't it? And then Katie and Mimi followed the seeds back to the sunflower picture. Katie collected a few seeds and put them in her coat pocket. Then she carefully put the sunflowers back. Almost as good as new, she said. Thanks for coming with me. Can you see her putting the sunflowers back? I'm glad I did, mon ami, said Mimi. It was fun. And she hopped back into her picture with Zazu. Katie ran off to find her grandma, who was just waking up. Shall we see if it stopped raining, Grandma said. It hadn't, but Katy didn't mind. Rain is good for the garden, she said. It will make everything grow. And there's Katy and her grandmother leaving the gallery. What a lovely story, and I hope you enjoyed the pictures, and perhaps next week we'll read another Katy story. Bye for now.